Hi guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Sunday evening, night. Want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as season. I got a word for you. Tap in. Guys, this is the last recording. I'm trying to catch up on emails, but this particular one I had since last week, and I truly forgot about it. I'm sorry, sis. And she emailed me again. She's new to the channel, so sis, I sent you 2 links on topics I have about this, but I want to do a quick one just to kind of maybe update a few things. And yeah, so she is struggling with if God is calling her to marriage versus her own flesh, as well as what takes so long, as well as what are some things to look for. Guys, my TV is on in the den, and I don't feel like getting up. Please bear with me really quickly. This is going to be a fairly short recording. But what are some things to look for, etc. All right, so let's start with number 1. Now, I think it's 16. Don't take my word for it, because I'm probably going to add something or take something out. I don't know, but just bear with me when it comes down to counting, because you guys know I always lose track. All right, number 1, he's going to throw you into an isolation season, right? He's going to throw you into a healing season. Isolation, of course, because he needs to separate you from everyone and everything in order to heal you. He has to heal. He has to heal you if you're wounded. This is not for everybody, right? If you're wounded, if you've had any type of childhood traumas, if you've had a bad divorce, a bad breakup, if you had any type of rejection issues or abandonment issues, right? If you got any type of impurities in your heart, unforgiveness, things like that, he's going to put you in an isolation/healing season. And many times he will call you apart from your family, from your friends, things that you're very familiar with. Number 2, this is probably one of the biggest indicators, not the most, but definitely up there. God will bring it to you. God will bring it to you. So if you're out here desperately searching for a mate, right? You're in this panic. You're filled with anxiety. And again, there's nothing wrong with wanting a mate, right? I'm speaking about like that frantic mode of, I need a husband, I need a husband, I need a man, right? That's probably you. That's you searching for it. Remember, there's a season for everything. You may not be in the season for marriage yet. That can change tomorrow, but you may not just be in the season for that yet. But when it's time, God will literally drop it in your spirit out of nowhere. If you want it or not, he will drop it in your spirit. Number 3, God will start to call you into intentional quality time with him. Why? Many reasons, right? But one reason, probably the most important reason, he's going to teach you unconditional love, giving and receiving it, right, from him. But most importantly, so you can develop a love with him that's so deep that no man or no woman, for my guys, no man or no woman can ever take his place. So when you're frantically, I want a man, God ain't gonna bring no man like that, because that's telling him now that you will idolize the man over him. You can literally hold your process back if you are desperately wanting marriage or a man. There's no way in the world God's going to come first. You're going to put the man first. So he's going to settle your spirit. Next, he's probably calling you into fitness for different reasons. Again, listen. Some women can say what they want to say. You know, I hear it a lot. Well, I don't have to such and such. I can wear my bonnets. And please don't hit me up in the email with the bonnets. I don't care about no darn bonnet. I'm just making a point here, right? You can say all day long about He just gonna have to accept me where I am. I'm not gonna be dressing up and this, and that. I'm gonna listen. Do what you do, boo. Seriously, do what you do. But if you ask the average man, not all, if you ask the average man if men are visual, they will tell you most men are visual. So God may be calling you into fitness for that reason, right? Especially if you haven't had kids yet. Because, I mean, you have kids, you're going, so he's probably preparing you for that. He may be calling you into fitness because with marriage, especially a new marriage, is going to be a lot of activities going on. So you got to be on point, right? You got to be running your household. Like, seriously, a lot of people want marriage and stuff, but they don't. Again, I think a lot of people don't really understand it from the depth of the way God sees it. And then they tend to just think it's like a relationship. Listen, if you really know, if you ask God to really show you and give you insights about what kingdom marriages are about, you're probably going to pump your brakes and not be so desperate, because it ain't all the glitz and the glamour that you think. But he may be calling you into fitness because there's a lot you have to do to really run your household, and you have to do it with energy, as well as your man-made. You ain't got time to be saying you're tired every night, honey. Your knees hurt every night. You're tired every night. Honey, get your energy up, right? Next, pruning. Without a doubt, different reasons. Pruning you from certain people, certain mindsets, certain places. A lot of the old people or the old mindsets are probably not healthy, wholesome individuals who can really pour into you in a healthy light. So he may start pruning you from people, especially if you have like a toxic family, toxic friends, like the people most close to you, and they can't really give you any healthy insight or any type of healthy examples. He will start pulling you away from that and then implementing healthy, whole people into your life before they can be an example for you to go by. Again, this is not for everyone. Some people came from great, foundations. See, I don't even know what number I'm on. I think I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4. Typically, I don't write things down unless I'm counting, but I think this is number 6. Okay. The person, this is to those who have already met, you've met your person, or you know who your person is. Okay. Or if you have not, you will experience this. You will be attracted to the person's spirit. You will be attracted to the person's spirit. That is not to say that the person isn't attractive. The person can be very, very, very attractive. But it's something that happens spiritually where you can acknowledge that they're attractive. You can acknowledge that they're sexy. But it's just something that holds that side back. Like, not to the point where it doesn't come up, if you will. But it's something where the spirit takes over and you're more attracted to the person's spirit. This is why a lot of the times your quote unquote type will change. But don't get in a panic like, oh my God, God's going to introduce me to somebody who I'm not attracted to. No. He's going to change your desires for your type after your healing season. So the person who you're attracted to now, like, let's just say you're unhealed. If you are somebody who needs to be healed. You're unhealed, you're toxic. Okay. You're attracted to bad boys. You're attracted to the dudes who cheat and have 1,000 reasons on, child. You're attracted to that group of individuals. And it's only because you're unhealed and you don't know what you carry and you don't know who you are. After your healing process, you're going to know you're the prize. You're going to know what you carry. So a toxic dude will turn you off. So your type will switch. Not physically. The person can still physically look like your type. If you have a type, right? Let's just say you do have a type physically. But the spirit of the person will be completely different. The spirit of the person is what your spirit needs, not want, needs. So God changes the desire where your spirit is craving this person, vice versa. So when you meet this person, when you do encounter this person, it's like a collide of the spirits, and all of a sudden your spirit feels settled. So when you're around different type of dudes, right? You're constantly in fight or flight. You're constantly in survivor mode because they're just toxic, right? They're just toxic. So you're never settled. This is why you're constantly rising up. This is why you're emasculating them. This is because you're in survivor mode. You're in fight mode. You're fighting for your life. But when God brings your person, your spirit settles. It's almost like you can finally breathe. You can kick your shoes off. You're not in fight mode. You just want to rest because you've been fighting all your life. You just want to rest. It feels like home. It feels like a place of rest. The spirits collide. Again, not to say you won't be attracted to the person physically, because God is fair. God will do that, but the spirit will override all of the physical. So if you're still stuck right now and you got, let's just say you have a list of 15 things and somebody look at that list and everything is vain. I mean, seriously, everything is about physical and there is nothing else, all physical. Next thing, I don't even know what number I'm on. There is a desire for you to change. Typically, this will happen probably like in your isolation transformation season. Like you just no longer have a desire to want to be in fight mode. And this is why you get so disconnected from your ex, or you might look back and be like, girl, you let this dude play you, right? Right? So there's like a, how can I explain what my spirit is feeling? You no longer even have a desire to entertain that type of energy. You all of a sudden God will change your desires to want to be more feminine. Even if you got work to do in that area, you have a desire to want to be. You want to be rested. You don't want to keep fighting. You don't want to keep you just don't want that anymore. You just want to chill. You just want to relax. You want to feel like somebody finally got your back. Somebody's going to finally protect you. You don't have to be worried about if this person going to cross. It just, your desires to pop up at the mouth. You no longer have those desires. So those of you who are still saying, well, nobody going to tell me to do, I'm just, you ain't ready, honey. But hold on. If God has marriage for you, it's coming. Be gentle with yourself. It's a process. It will find you. It will come. It will happen naturally. You just have to submit to the process when God starts to tap you. Next, I promise you I don't know what number I'm on. God will start to give you instructions in how to prepare for the individual he has for you. Right. Now, fitness or whatever can fall under that umbrella. Cooking. See, God already know what your person needs. This is not even based on what you need. Not this. He will give you insight and instructions to start preparing yourself by doing certain things. This can look like hair and skin routines. This can look like cooking classes. This can look like therapy. This can look like whatever. But it's going to all be related to what the person can deal with and tolerate. Right? Because God knows. So God is going to work on you individually before he even presents it together. Next thing. Oh, listen. Hear me well right here. Hear me well right here. Please hear me if you don't hear nothing else. you will have power over your territory. I don't care who's in your I don't care who's in the land. I don't care who says what. I don't care if you got haters coming against you. I don't care what anything looks like in the physical. You have power in your territory. Even if it's not even physically manifested through God yet. You got to know and you got to believe this. And God will actually teach you this and prepare you for this in your process of waiting or whatever process you're in, sis. I'm sorry. It's late. I'm a little sleepy. But listen, see, you got to know this. This is why you can't let that fleshly stuff shake you about some chick this or some chick chop. You better know you got power over your territory. Once God tells you what is what, once God shows you what is what, it is. Point blank, period. Period. Next thing, this kind of, well, I said this earlier, I don't know. You change your desires. Again, the things that you typically would desire, you no longer desire because now you're healed, you're whole. So you want healed, whole, healthy individuals. Next, he will start giving you dreams. Even if you're not a dreamer, he's going to start to download certain dreams in your spirit. It's going to be about different things. He may give you dreams about the person. It could be certain things that they're struggling with. It could be why they're running from you. It could be what certain things that he needs to be accomplished. It could be just dreams. He's going to start giving you dreams about certain things. Some of these dreams may look very, very random, but if you just jot down the dreams, at some point when it's to the end of your process, when you bring all these little bits and pieces of things back together, it will literally be a story. It will literally be a story. And I think that's probably the most frustrating part about when God, okay, because some blessings manifest instantly, right? Or in a short time frame, where other blessings take years, for some people decades. So people start to get annoyed and frustrated, here's the wake up, frustrated because God gives you bits and pieces of it. So it really looks like God is not giving you what he promised. In fact, he is. But it's bits and pieces of it that you can handle at that time. But at its appointed time, those things will literally, it's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle. You're putting a puzzle together. And at the end, everything will all make sense. Y'all, I don't even know where I'm at right now. He will remove, He will remove, he will, he will remove desires for other people, right? For example, okay, you can go somewhere. I don't know, you're somewhere. And there can be 10 guys, literally 10 guys. Lord, please give me strength. They are all your quote unquote type. Like the type that you said was your type, right? They're all your type. They're all your type. Where before you heard the call, before God tapped you, you probably wouldn't give all of them your number. Well, getting where you fit in, right? Where now you can be somewhere and there are 10 guys your type, but there's something that you can't shake what God has already put into your spirit about another person. Even if that person has not fully manifested. This may not be for the people who don't know who. Because your group, you would probably be trying to go through all 10 to figure out which one. God, is this one, that one, that one. Ain't even none of them, right? But to the people who know, God has shown it to you. Child, ain't nothing happening. You can try to make something happen because Either somebody's getting on your nerves, or either because it's taking too long and you ain't got time for this foolishness because we got choices out here in these streets, right? You can try to make something happen. Honey, ain't nothing happening. God's going to shut that thing down. You're going to lose the number of the time you get home, right? The dude going to turn you off the first time he called because he's trying to come to your house on the first. Like, everything's going to go wrong. It's piss in the dating pool, right? Everything's going to go wrong. So it's like God just starts shutting everything down, and there is no desire or attraction to just people who maybe you would have given the time of day to. Somebody just got that because you know it's true. Next. When you are around this person, again, this is for, I'll tie these two next things in because it's kind of, and this will be for the people who knows. When you're around this person, your spirit is settled and your spirit is fulfilled. No, never mind. I said earlier about the spirit being settled, right? When you're around them, it feels peaceful. It feels at home. The next thing is, within your process of getting to know God better, you get to a place where your spirit is fulfilled. Meaning, God has fulfilled you through love, through purpose, through calling, etc., throughout your process, that you will arrive to a place that you're so fulfilled that if God brings somebody, amazing. If he doesn't, you're still fulfilled, meaning you don't feel like you're missing anything. You can still even have a desire to want it, but you don't feel incomplete, right? So once you start feeling fulfilled and you really feel like it is what it is, that's when it's really, 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 really going to manifest. That's the place God really needed you to be, because now you wouldn't put this person in front of God. And lastly, speaking of that, it will be a grace to wait. You're not antsy anymore. You're not constantly emailing 1,000 people about, where's my is God said, God said, God said. I don't see a prospect in sight. Where? Child, you'll be out there planting some tomatoes in your backyard. Child, there's a grace to wait. If you've arrived to that place where there's a grace to wait, and truly it is what it is, expect it any day. Literally any day. But if you're still antsy and still all over the place, it ain't coming right now. And that can change next month. It's all based on how you submit to the process. But I'm telling you now, God is not going to bring somebody to you when you are desperately antsy, right? And I get it. I mean, I don't, but I get it. I don't because it's not me, but I get it. Again, I'm a perspective thinker. I get it. Some people really feel like they need it, right? And again, there's nothing wrong with wanting, but there's something wrong with when you feel like you're incomplete without it. God is not going to bring somebody to you like that. So you want to speed that process up, submit to the process, and allow God to really fulfill you. Ask God, what does he need you to do on the earth? God will start to then direct you your purpose, your calling, and fulfill you in other ways. That's when he's going to bring somebody, because now you're going to need help. You're going to need help with purpose now, because purpose is evolving. So your purpose will continue to grow and grow and grow and grow. So God knows what you need. You're going to need help. You're going to need help. You don't need a man to make you feel whole and complete. You're already complete. You should be an already complete individual. I mean, you still got work to do, right? You don't need a man to make you feel complete. You need a man to help you with purpose, to help you establish things like that. Like me, for example. Listen, I got some strong strengths. But honey, numbers? Child, numbers is not my thing. You talking about straight seeing B's in my head. Like, please, I need a man to help me with numbers. Because numbers is not my thing. Numbers is not my thing, honey, right? I'm just cutting the fool. But numbers is really not my thing, right? I'm just cutting the fool. But just be encouraged, sis. Just honestly, if God is calling you to marriage, He's gonna make it so clear to you, honestly. Even like people who don't have like that desire or have like that urge to wanna be, I gotta be. Like even with a group of people, that group is smaller. But there's a group of people, right? Especially ones who've already tried it and they're traumatized from it. So even if God is calling those group back to it, He's gonna make it clear. See, anytime God wants you, you can't run from it. He's gonna pop you upside the head. I mean, you're gonna get conviction. you're gonna get convictions everywhere you go. It's gonna be clear as day. But just because He shows it to you doesn't mean it's tomorrow. He's showing it to you to let you know the goal you're working towards, which then should make it easier for you to submit to the process, whatever He has to work on. Some people's process is shorter than others because a lot of people don't have a lot of stuff they have to really unpack. So everybody's process is different. Also, some people are very, very stubborn and stuck in their ways, and they're going to prolong their process, where others submit to it and then they speed up the process. But either which way, God's going to make it known to you. You're going to do great, right? You're going to do great. But know that you are a healthy, whole individual with or without a man. And your man will just be a beautiful addition. So I hope that helps. Guys, I'm tired. So this has just been all over the place. You guys have have a great night. I'm going to bed. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.